49.6 gram Fairmont GHO. Out of the ranks and in storage. Let's see if it remains there or has a shot at the ranks. $21.17. That ain't fast. Let's run one more time in the other lane. $21.24. I'm not even going to run them. Not worthy. We'll show you what the Gatekeeper does solo, and then we'll determine whether the Fairmont gets a shot or not. Gatekeeper in the 41 to 50 metal bottom class is the Speed Machines McLaren 720S. Let's see what happens. All McLaren, one and done. 2116 to 2130. Let's stop right here. When I got my cars back from David, that 2116 was the time that the Roadrunner ran. 2114 and 2111 were the times the Mustang ran. They've never run that ever, being worked from dust up through nitro, up to the latest process. Why did they get slower, guys? Help me with that. I'm asking honestly for advice. I can only think that it was packing. When I pack a car, when I pack those cars, I put them in a plastic coffin, I call, you know, the little plastic holders. I put the plastic holders in a vault. It was a hard case, vacuum sealed vault. They were hoisted, so there was no pressure on the wheels. They were hoisted from the chassis, and then the vault was wrapped in a very well wrapped and tightly fitted box. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the time that those cars ran that I sent. And that was paired up. I'm sorry, this one. That was paired up. When I reworked them, guys, I had it all on camera, but I was saying some pretty adult words and adult phrases, so I thought I'd better not show it. Running 2111, that Mustang was running 2078s. It ran 2081 when I sent it. 30 thousandths faster than what it was out in Colorado. Do the math. Go look what it ran there. Go look what it should have ran there. Scoop came over last Saturday. Saw two runs. One was 2079, 2078. And that was after tearing this track down, because I wasn't sure he was coming over. I missed his text. Had to set this track all back up. The track was running consistent for my stuff, and it ran 2079 and 2078 and 2079. That's 32 and 33 thousandths faster than what it was out there, because when they came back, they were running the times that this guy did. And he's the Gatekeeper in my 41 to 50 class. Those cars were top cars. So I'm all ears. I'll shut up. Let's run these guys for a second time and see what we got here. I said one and done, but I want to see what happens here in the other lane if we get a consistent beat. And the McLaren pulls them. Matched up, my Gatekeeper in the 41 to 50 is running 2110. That is a faster time than the Mustang and that Roadrunner ran solo runs when I got them back. The video's still on my phone. I'll show Scoop, but I don't want to post it. Like I say, I was talking like a drunken sailor because it doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense. So what I'll do now is an early bonus. I'm going to go ahead and run that Mustang for you, and then I'm all ears. I'm looking for advice. Am I packing a car right? I'm packing it tight. I'm hoisting the wheels, and I'm sending it just like y'all are. I'm doing probably the same thing to cars that 90% of you are doing. 32 to 33 thousandths faster than what it was out there. We'll show you now. All right, so why did I think going into that race that this car here was going to be running high 2040s to mid 2050s all day long? I'm about to show you. Okay. Like I say, when it came back, it was running slower than the gatekeeper that you just saw in the 41 to 50s that was paired up. Solo, it ran 2114 and 2111. Didn't sound right, didn't look right, did a rework, and here's what we get. Did a rework last week. We'll switch lanes. I'm without answers, guys. That's 33 thousandths faster than the fastest time it ran when it came back here. It ran 2079, 2079, and 2078 last week after the rework. You just saw it run 2082, followed with another 2078, which is insane. If you know this track, that is insane. I need your help. That's a fast car. I hope I can get out to David's in June because I'll be taking it. We saw where, Brandon stuff did in his ranks. I'm just curious to see where this is. I don't care if it runs good times. If it gets beat, I'm fine with that. But, my God, I'm doing something wrong and I need your help. Let's move on. Calibrated it. It sits at number 8 in my top stuff. There is nothing in my ranks that comes even close to that. Nothing. And yet that was running slower than a car in my 41 to 50 gram metal base category. Yikes. Let's stick with the Mustang line. This is the Shelby GT500, reworked and ready to go. He's been out of all my ranks for quite a while. He just can't keep up with the other cars, so let's see if some magic happened here now. The Modern Classics GT500 reworked. Let's see what he does. Sounds good. Not sure. Better than what he was. Let's switch it up. I don't know if he got a good start on that. 07, he must have came out clean. Let's see if he can get in the ranks. All right, the 54.8 gram Modern Classic Shelby faces the Grape Ape, which is 60.4 grams for the gatekeeper spot in the 51 to 62 metal bottom class. Oh, Shelby. Loving that. Grape Ape. Inconsistent as always. With a 10 1,000ths beat. Let's see if the Shelby can knock it out. Shelby was not affected by company. Lanes are switched. Oh, Shelby, I would be glad to get that Challenger the hell out of there. The exact same times, guys. 2107, 2117. Track's been running pretty tight. All right, he's going to go up a couple rows. Let's get him against this Heritage Redline Skyline. Love this car. Quick as hell. 56.44. Let's roll them. There they sit. Whew, Shelby top ending. 2103 is getting faster to 2106. Let's switch it up. Shelby's up 3. Ooh. Shelby gave him a free pack of smokes. Free smokes for the Skyline. Got a bad start, but I'm staying with it. Shelby moves on. The 54.8 gram Shelby's going up against the 52.33 gram Datsun 280Z by Matchbox. Starburst wheels. This is for the number 5 spot in the 51 to 62 metal bottom class. It starts. Ooh, that time it was nip and tuck. 280 with 2113 to a 2115 for the Shelby. They both were throwing air. Lanes are swapped. Good start by the Shelby that time. All right. 05 to 08. Pretty close race. In fact, so close, I'm even wrong. I'm not even sure of the count. I know they were damn near tied, so we're going to run them twice more. And the winner between these two races of the bigger beat will get the spot. Shelby. Free smokes for the 280Z. Up 6, heading into race 4 is the Shelby GT500. Whew. Shelby's continuing to deal pain. 09 to 11. He takes the 280 down. Rework your cars, guys. Challenging for the number 2 position in the 51 to 60 metal bottom class is the Modern Classics GT Shelby going up against the Matchbox 3 Series sedan. Correction, 3 Series coupe. Saw 2 doors. I'm like, no, that's not a sedan. Against the Matchbox 3 Series coupe. Number 2 spot. Here we go. Whew. Shelby drove around him right at the end. Last foot of the track. 2108 to 2110. Those cars are so tight in that class right now. So tight. The time it was a 3 Series, we got a tie in our hands. 08 to 10 again. Let's go. We're going to go to race number 3. Great race. 3 Series top ends the Shelby. 04 to 06. He has a 2 1,000ths advantage heading into race number 4. The German Malibu is up 2. He's out. Oh, yeah, he's got him. He's got him. Shelby, I think, had a bad start, but he wasn't going to get around 2103. That German Malibu was running quicker every single pass. Gotta love it. After some more racing, that Modern Classics GT500 is 5th in my 51 to 62 class, running consistently, just like that BMW was. So again, I ask, am I packing my cars wrong? Because this guy has been running consistent, and as you see, things have been consistent and faster. Let's go to the next car. See, I'm a guy that doesn't mind seeing what a modern casting can do. This is the C6 convertible that's on the shelves now, guys. About a month and a half ago or so, I ran into Scoop in a store, maybe a couple months, and he pointed out that these were the McLaren Solus wheels that they used last year. Not sure if there's a name for them, but I'm telling you, builders, these rear wheels, you want them. You absolutely want them. As for this car, I actually have one in my 31 to 40 plastic base ranks. This is just another one I'm testing. It's on a rework. I don't expect much. They're freaks, the ones you find fast. The one I have in my ranks is obviously a freak. I've run about 3 others. This one and 2 others. They haven't measured up, but this one is showing potential. We'll run it from up here, see what it does on a solo lap, see if it's even worth it. Smooth running car. 2132, how about that? A rework worked. And again, guys, those rear wheels, they are magic. Let's see what it does in the ranks. Again, I have one of those in already. I'm not sure where it is. I think it might be the Gatekeeper. We'll find out here soon. Yeah, I remember last week, Scoop actually saw this car in a rework get into my ranks. This is made in 2021, issued in 2022. So a modern casting. This is the Dia Machini Veloce. I think we all remember it. It's just, let's get some light here. The majority of these things are slugs, but I found this guy's a freak, and I did run about 5 or 6 of them. They were terrible. This guy, for some reason, was fast then, and then it woke up nicely here last week with a rework. Let's see what it does as the gatekeeper defending against this C6. Whew. C6 was out and holds him off. 2137 to 39. And that was an absolutely horrible start by both cars. Let's do this again with counting that first race. Corvette is up 2. Great start. That time the Diamicini got him. Better times, 21:30 to 36. I'm not going to sweat this one for 4 races. The Diamicini holds this spot. But I'm telling you guys, just a lick of this humble guy's advice. You want those rear wheels. Yes, you do. And like Blue Line, I am not going to go down the Tomica rabbit hole. They have been hit or miss for me. This is a rework of the Maserati Merak. I didn't have good luck with this car, even though it is mint. The wheels are mint. Let's see what happens on the rework. Let's have it surprise us all. We'll run it from here. Smooth running car, straight as an arrow, 21:23. As you can see, he has that McLaren 720 to contend with. That's not going to be a time that's going to compete. The car was pure down the track. Didn't wiggle at all. That was straight as an arrow. Hot lap 2. Another great run, 21:20. That's no joke. That is no joke. It's just not going to get in the ranks. We'll match it up and see what happens with one race. McLaren versus Maserati for the gatekeeper spot of the 41 to 50 metal base class. Did not like the air, and that is free smokes for the Maserati. The McLaren knocked him out. 21:18 to 21:29. This is the 48 gram Mustang convertible. 48 grams on the nose, metal base. Comes from a multi-pack. I do like the block that it shows there. My Mustang in this series usually is pretty quick. So let's see what this does with a rework. Obviously it wasn't in before, so let's see if he woke up. We see the times that he's going to have to beat based on that McLaren. Let's go send him. Sounds good. Not good enough. It's quick. 21:28. Let's switch it. (21:26). Consistent times. They're fast times. I can't send him against the McLaren though. Stepping on the scales at 50.11 grams is, you know it, you love it, the Gold Hot Ones Fairmont. This is a rework from a car that was out of the ranks and in a box. Hmm. 21:08. Sounds like absolute crap. You can tell one of the bores is not right in that car. So let's switch it up and we'll see what he's got. (21:06). That is the most horrible sound going down the track. Yet he ran times like that. Let's see what the McLaren has for him. He's busy today defending that spot. Can a Fairmont outduel a supercar? Answer to the first race is yes. By 5/1000ths. The McLaren got a terrible start though. We're going to count it and we will switch lanes. Whew. Fairmont held him off. That was a good start too. 13-17. What is it about that Fairmont that the McLaren doesn't like? We'll find out. We'll keep going. Fairmont is now up 8. Start this one from up here. Bad start for the McLaren. With that, We'll start it from the string here. Sorry guys, taking you for a ride here. But yeah, I don't know why all of a sudden the McLaren is not getting a clean start on that left lane. Fairmont's up 8. Good start there. That time it was the McLaren, 21-13, 21-15. We're going to call it a draw for right now, because I do think this McLaren is a little quicker than this Fairmont, and it also has not had a rework in quite some time. So I think there's a lot more in this guy, and we'll come back to him later. Before we finish up the video with the rework McLaren, let's take a look at the 64.62 gram Hot Wheels Carbonite. It's a hot first run. Let's see what happens on the other lane. Gotta love it. 2090 is cooking. Remember what that Mustang ran though, guys. Help me. Please. And the gatekeeper, in the case of insanity, my top 24, is the 50.6 gram Kyle Petty Pro Racing 1997. I think Kyle's reign at gatekeeper here is going to be very short-lived. Good start. Carbonite. I'm calling that a knockout. 2095 to 2104. Kyle hated the air, and that is not a time for the case of insanity. I've got 31 to 40 gram cards running that time, guys. I'll show you. I've got my own fast Sierra, guys. This is the Ford Sierra XR4 from Matchbox. Starburst wheels. Solo run, just to show you the times that the 31s and 40 plastic base class is running. $21.11. Let's switch it up. That's slow for him. That's really slow for him. We'll start him from up here. See what we got. Pretty good start. Back-to-back 21.11s. Not too bad though. Not too shabby for 31 to 40. Carbonite is going to be challenging number 21, which is the Roadrunner that went to Colorado. Again, when it came back, I have it on my other video, which I'm not going to show. It ran 21.14 and 21.16. Not one day after being worked has it ever run those times. I'll show you what it runs right now in a solo run. We'll switch lanes. You guys tell me, that's 23 to 25 thousandths faster than when it came back. And that's the exact time it ran when I wrapped it up and sent it, 2091. Right now, this Roadrunner is going to have to defend its 21st position against a hot running Carbonite. Let's see what happens. And he does. And he does. 2092 to 96. Let's switch it up. Roadrunner is up 4. Roadrunner's out and got him. 2098 to 2102. Roadrunner's keeping his spot. Let's see if I have a new gatekeeper. Number 23 is the pink Mach 1 by Hot Wheels. It's the Hot 1 series in 2011. Let's run them from here. Good start. Ooh. Carbonite. 2097 to 2102 for the pink Mach. Let's switch it up. Lanes are switched with the Carbonite up 5. Carbonite. Oh, the mock drove around him. No, he didn't. I'm sorry, I thought that was a 2099. Carbonite 2093 to 98 takes his spot. There's only one spot left here at the bottom of the case of insanity, and that is the number 22 spot, currently held by this 2011 Hot Ones dark blue Plymouth Arrow Funny Car Chase. Let's get him in a line against the Carbonite and see who takes which spot. Alright, the fight is for the 22nd position. We have Carbonite facing the number 22 Chase 2011 Hot Ones Plymouth Arrow Funny Car. Let's get him going. Oof, Funny Car in a very close race. 2109 to 2111. That can't be a good start for either of those cars. Let's switch it up. We'll start them from here. Good start. Wow. I don't know what those times are all about, guys. That is horrible. But nonetheless, the Funny Car holds the Carbonite off to keep his 22nd position. The Carbonite is now number 23. But yeah, those times are not top tier times. So we'll have to see what the hell just happened there. Finally, let's revisit that McLaren 720S. I did a rework on him right after I ran him. I was running the other cars. So let's go back to that Fairmont that beat him for the gatekeeper spot in the 41 to 50 metal bottom class. Let's run him now. Let's get him in the line. Race 1. Yeah, that's Honet's McLaren with a rework. 2104 to 2113. Great time. Let's see if you can back that up. McLaren up 9. Horrible start. We're going to redo that one. Don't know what it is with certain cars like this 720. It just does not like the left lane start gate right now. I'll take a look at that after this video, see what's going on underneath. From up here. Good start. That time, it was all McLaren. Slower race, 2118 to 2120, but nonetheless, he has his gatekeeper spot back in the 41 to 50 metal base class. Guys, that is all I have. More racing today than I thought, but I'm glad we can take you through it, showing you that reworks do work, and hope you're all doing well out there. Until next time, we'll catch you later.